Woo! While they sleep, we work. While they sleep, we work.
Hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? This is Shanth Enjeti and Shanth Enjeti Art. It's great to see you guys. If you're catching this later, that's to be expected. I didn't put any notifications out for this because this is just a totally quick stream of consciousness stream that I decided to do because I was sitting there reading one of the opening chapters of RazörFist's Nightvale series, The Long Moonlight, and I just started just thinking about it and doing all this kind of, sketching in my head. And then I said, I got to get this down just for fun. And I don't know what it'll be. Hey, what's up, Steven Rock with drawing? Can't believe you're here, man. And thank you for the link to the comic. I didn't even play any trailers because I've got the window open, cold air coming in, trying to keep me awake so I can just get this sketch down and then hopefully pass out. You never know. But sometimes you get an idea in your head and you just have to get it down on paper. And I just ordered today RazörFist's first novel of the Nightvale series. And I wanted to get, I just started, I read the introductory chapter of it. And I thought, wow, this is so cool. This is an interesting world. And I started thinking about characters and thinking about, some of the descriptions in it. And then I just sort of went on this crazy stream of consciousness. So I don't know what this is, but I'm just getting it down. So I thought it'd be fun to share the process with you guys and just record my crazy sketching and see what comes. But you never know. I'm trying to do a covert stream. I'll be out of here real quick, man. But thank you, Camel. I would pop over there, but I'm just trying to get this fast. I got my window open. I'm about to pass out. But yes, I may pop in there after I wrap this thing up. Absolutely will. I heard Camel has invited you to join him. I got to get this thing down quick, but I will pop over there. Go watch Camel or just leave this open in another window and mute it. Whatever you got to do. Go watch Camel is drawing. I was like, I always think I can stealth launch the stream and not say anything about it. Oy vey. Tell him to stream snipe it, put it in another window. For me, because I'm just trying to get this ridiculous idea down real quick. I don't even know if it's remotely interesting, but I said, I should just record it and see what's up with it. But yes, and back Boots and Heels, people, go check that book out. I am excited to back the black and white copies of that because that looks really cool to me. But I also have issue 0, so do check out Boots and Heels, everybody. And I didn't play any trailers for this. I thought I would sneak in, sneak out. Do this kind of thing. But for those of you guys catching this later, which please feel free to do, for those of you guys who are catching this later, the thing that sort of started this whole thing is I was thinking about the Iron Age, and I was thinking about just the idea of what's the word I'm looking for? The idea of Iron Age novels and pulp novels in particular, which is what Razor's doing. And I was reading the opening chapter because there's a sneak preview chapter of that book on his site. And I just ordered the hardback from Amazon. I've got the link in the description. Like I said, it's going to be a quick stream. I need to get this down before I fall asleep. Camel is a real boy with feelings. Camel's a man. I love Camel. Go watch Camel. Dual stream. Also, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, KSSS. Yeah, back to Camels. Go back to Camels. I've just got to get this down. You guys can catch this later. It is not it's not a big deal. I just have to get this sketch down. And if I don't have it full frame, I won't be able to tell what the hell I did. So it's so funny. I cannot believe I should probably just make this private. I was not thinking. I am, in my defense, absolutely exhausted. I completely had a bizarre day. Oh, I've been fixing up my studio and getting it all sorted and ready to work. But I was reading a couple of things. I was reading re-listening to Atlas Shrugged, and then I was looking at the Nightvale series by RazörFist. And I cannot wait to get the book, but I also read the preview chapter, and I just thought this is such a cool and interesting world. And I wanted to sort of, just as a, a fun thing from good old Uncle Shanth to RazörFist, whose content and stuff I really enjoy. He introduced me to so many great things. I wanted to make sure that I just got this idea down, warts and all. It's not, I mean, the description of the character in the story is very different. So this is, or it's not completely different, but it's pretty different. So it's not so much a direct, oh, this is what the character looks like. But I was thinking about how when RazörFist talks about the evolution of pulp characters, and he talks about, the way that the shadows evolve, the way that a lot of these characters evolve, the thing that sort of interested me the most about that was just the way that he's talked about the kind of fluid evolution of characters. And I just sort of was, I don't know, I was thinking about what I picture in my head when I'm reading stories, and it's usually a complete, tangent and stream of consciousness. So here you go. Let me see here. I put some music on or something. Let me do some stuff I haven't done in a while. It's always so funny when I'm like, let's see what I got to do here. Completely wiped, guys. Oh, here we go. I took care of you today, Rob. You know that. You guys are killing me. Oh my gosh. That was fun last night watching you guys do that, by the way, Rob. Very, very fun. You guys are the best. Sometimes I'll read things and I'll read stories, and this happens all the time, I mean, it's like I'll read stories, and if it's written by an author or an artist that I'm a big fan of, I start drawing in my head, just all of these different ideas and thoughts, and they're not always, I don't know how to describe it. They're not always directly related to what's on the paper, but they're just kind of a feel almost like having a just having a conversation with a fellow artist. It's a really, I don't know how to quite describe it sometimes, but it's how I think. Good night, brother. Good to see you. The Night Stalker, Darren McGavin, 1974 TV show. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh, you guys type fast. I cannot believe how quick you guys type. I can't even keep up with you. Let's see here. That. Such an interesting character to me. Just the introduction I have, I can't wait to get the book. Character's is a thief, and living in this kind of really interesting. It's almost like a. I kept picturing when they're describing or when RazörFist was describing the civilization. I kept picturing sort of Orientalist artwork like Jean-Léon Gérôme and stuff like that. And once my brain starts doing that, we're going to be drawn. That's how that works. I was tired too, and I am tired. I was like, go to sleep, go to sleep. Oh, just do it. I'll learn more about the character when I get the book. I'm looking forward to it. But just, RazörFist is very good at painting images, with his words, as many of you know. And just felt this mood when I was reading it, and felt this sense of atmosphere. It's fun. Arms forward. And for those of you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, if you feel like opening yet another window, go check out Camel Moon's stream right now, by the way. He's drawn. If you feel like opening up another window, click the link in the description and check out the Nightvale Novels website. And you'll see some really cool stuff. He's got a preview chapter on there you can read, which is really cool. Should be doing this sketch on canvas. That's kind of the problem. But I didn't think about that because I have an idea that is going to require black canvas. A similar thing happened with when I was doing. I can't put a hat on. My hair's just going to have to be what it's going to be. A similar thing happened when I was doing the painting of Phil Diaz's Masquerade. That was a really good example. I sort of just I saw something and I just was like, oh, I think I kind of I don't know what makes me sketch. I've done it with so many, fellow creators' work where I've been inspired to do stuff, which is a good sign. And hats off to them. It's not always the most. It's not about it being on model or what. It's just kind of a conversation between artists and creators. I used to watch Mobius do that stuff a lot, and I was always really, I didn't always get it, but now I sort of get it more. already hear Mrs. Enjeti asking me, what time did you go to bed last night? I'll say, midnight, of course, darling. Would I lie to you? Come on. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Let's see what else we gotta do here. Where's my... Go straight to the desk cam. There we go. Freeze it up, makes it a little easier for me to see. You know what, Stephen Rock? Right, art is easy and it is a lot. It's you just wanna, I don't know. I need more art in my life, man. I think that's why I just like being around independent creators, and why I really do believe in the Iron Age. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's like when I came, when I came into the Fandom Menace scene, and then CG, and then all of that stuff, it was cool to see people who, felt the same way about what was going on with the culture. And of course, with CG, you kind of have people saying, "All right, let's do something about it. Let's not talk about it. Let's actually try to do something about it." But then it's like, as it picks up steam, and people start using the term Iron Age more and more, it's really refreshing to see, because I do think we're about a part of something really important right now. And it's so funny because this character, how I word this character is not described as having any kind of cape. It's not described as having anything like that. This character is... It's more of a response to the title. It's more of a response to this idea of Nightvale, noir, other worlds. I don't know how to describe it. It's the way I think. What can you do? Let's see. Now, let's get a little bit red into the mix. No idea what this is going to be, but I have to get enough of it down so that I don't forget it. described as having, stubble on his face, that kind of thing. And I'm not getting into that level of detail because I'm not close enough, but he does have this cloak, that kind of covers his face up because he is a thief. I don't know if you guys heard that thumping, but when our pet rabbit upstairs scratches his ears, his foot thumps on the ground. So I'm not the only person awake at this hour in my house. Maybe he hears me, who knows? A little bit. One of the artists that RazörFist is a fan of is an artist who I'm a fan of his paintings, which is an artist named Tom Lavelle. Tom Lavelle did a lot of pulp covers, but he also did these great kind of romance illustrations. He even did one for a Douglas Sirk movie. I think it was either Magnificent Obsession. I don't think it was All That Heaven Allows. And it was written on the wing. I'm not sure, actually, come to think of it. But I've always been a fan of that. Rob has the same problem when his ears get itchy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that little bunny, little rabbit brings so much joy to the wife and kids. It's good stuff, man. Sweet little dude. I think I even showed him on a video one time. But yeah, good stuff, man. Not enough hours in the day to do all the things I want to do. Did a lot of work, really enjoyable work, and made a lot of progress on Nosfero today. And really am enjoying it. I'm just really proud of the book, and it's everything I hoped it would be when I took this leap of faith. And I always kind of, I'm not into the whole, black pill sort of nihilist thing, if you haven't been able to tell by now. I really, I believe in this stuff, and I believe in the potential to really change things, to do positive things. I try to surround myself with people who believe similarly. And whether you're a backer, or you're somebody who can, whether you're a backer, and someone who's got a YouTube channel promoting all this stuff, or you're a backer, someone who's got a YouTube channel promoting all this stuff, and a creator, at whatever level you're at, you're important to what we're doing here. So important. I mean, the sign of an industry, in my opinion, or an art form, when it's fully composed of people who want to work in it, and there aren't many people who are just there because they're fans of this stuff. And that's my true hope for all this stuff, is that we've got, a big audience of, which I'm sure we do have, but my hope is that we have a big audience of fans who are just like, I'm here because I love the art you guys are making, and I want to have it in my house. I want to have this kind of stuff. That's what's so important. Yeah, nihilism is weak ass shit. Yeah, it is. I mean, and it's so corrosive. I look at somebody like RazörFist, who has the passion he does to grow his channel. He introduced me and matured my understanding of pulp. Pulp had always been around, my life. And it's funny enough, starting with The Rocketeer and the Shadow book that my buddy was one of the colorists on. That Shadow, Hitler's Astrologer book that I've shown you guys. And that's the stuff that gets me, man. That's the stuff that inspires me. And I started thinking about, how do you say, when you're creating artwork, how do you say, like, when somebody inspires you and gives you something to listen to and something that gets you fired up about what you're doing, how do you say, hey, thanks, man? For me, it's art. For me, it's sharing people's YouTube channel, give them a shout out if I can, if I remember, and just fucking link to the book in the description, saying, hey, check this stuff out. I ordered the hardcover of the book today, so when I get that, I think it'll be fun to see. I mean, that's the way I feel about, you know, all my fellow creators, man. It's cool to see their stuff, because you get to know people personally, and it's great. But it's also really great to see their stuff. You have kind of a, I don't know, I feel like you have a much more intense connection with the work when you get to know the creators and, you know they're stand-up people. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's always been something for me too that's a factor. I'm a big Steven Spielberg fan, and I was, I grew up on his stuff. And the actor, I forget his last name, is it K-Wei Kwan, I think it is? I can't remember his name. But he played Data, my favorite character in Goonies. And he was just saying that for 38 years since he made his first movie with Steven Spielberg, he's always gotten a card from Steven Spielberg on his birthday. And I thought, that's class, man. You can say what you will, but it's like, come on. You know? Still, that's good to know. It's nice to hear, because I think it all that shit matters to people, man. It's important. I think there's also, you know, there's so many things that just came flooding into my mind when I was listening to the chapter, because what I did is I copied and pasted the preview chapter into text-to-speech so I could listen to it. Of course, that was I listened to what I started thinking about. I started thinking about paintings, and yeah, it's I was just watching Lawrence of Arabia. I've been looking at so many different things, and it's just all sort of filtered. So, if RazörFist ever sees this, apologies, man. This is just nuts, but it's sincere. It's sincere. It was enough of an inspiration to get me to pick up my brush, man. And yeah. Can't wait to read the book. I mean, it would be cool to find out more about it too, like just from whatever. I heard someone give a good review of it, and I mean good review in terms of they gave me a really good understanding of what it was like, and of course I got a lot out of the language used in the book, which was really cool. Because, you know, it's not that kind of pulp noir thing, but again, like I said, it's got this. It's blending a lot of different genres together, and I saw images of Jean-Léon Jerome's work, even some of the Charles Barks stuff following Jerome, and some of the great, you know, images of cities and what this place was like. And you know, I love artwork, and I of course, ever since I heard that that RazörFist was a fan of Tom Lavelle. Ever since I heard that RazörFist was a fan of Tom Lavelle, the thing that I've always thought about was I always have those illustrations in my head when I hear him talking. You know, when I'm looking at his story, I'm just picturing, you know, the kind of fluidity of those ink drawings by Tom Lavelle. Let me see here. Let me see. See if we can. Okay, I'm up in 6 hours, going to bed. Good night, Shanth. Good night, chat. Good night, you, brother. Take care. Happy painting and God bless, as Bob Ross would say. But thanks for popping in. I appreciate it, man. But go get some rest. This is just a stream to get this dang thing out of my head. And whenever I go to the desk, if I can at all sketch, I always go, just go live and do it. Because I think, it could be fun. It's no idea how the hell this thing is going to go before I run out of gas, and I just go, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. My hand control isn't great at this hour, and my brain is not firing on all thrusters. It's poorly instead. That's a little better, don't you think? A little easier to see. There was something neat about the description of the character, that it was like, you hear the expression hooker with a heart of gold, and thief with a heart of gold kind of quality was fun to it. He talked about, he's talked about the description of the pulp hero, and, that it flies in the face of gray morality. And I think about that from time to time. It's like anybody who's got that kind of aspirational spirit, to write characters that are quality characters and do have a code. And you get, I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't read it yet, but even that preview chapter I've got, you get a sense that this character has a clear morality and things he will and won't do, which is always interesting. I don't know why, but I kept picturing this kind of light belt on him. I think it was because of the way that the dagger was described. Or it just could be it's a form convention of how I... It's like, I just was thinking, hey, wait a second, that could be something that's just very much like what I typically do with my characters. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I need. Okay, so move the body back a little ways. Bring that in. Back. Oh, I can do that.
anybody watching this later, one of the things I hope you're seeing is paint is not something to be afraid of. You can change things when you're painting just as easily as you can change it. And I think more people realize that and thought about it. They wouldn't be as stressed out about working in the obstacle. The other thing I would say is you really want to change things. Don't be afraid to try your hand at stuff. And you can always lend a hand to your fellow creators, by just, saying, hey man, I'm checking your stuff out, cool. It does make a difference. Let's see. That's kind of cool. I like that. Let's see.
There we go. Makes a little bit more sense. And again, guys, if you're just joining now, just doing a quick, complete stream of consciousness sketch inspired by just the preview sample pages of RazörFist's book, but also inspired by RazörFist's articulation of the pulp ethos. And just excited to get that hardcover. I just ordered it on Amazon and can't wait to check it out. Enjoyed the preview chapter, preview pages that work. Ration. I'm feeling it. I never try to paint it, or never try. I try to never paint exhausted, as you can tell. But yeah, I just need to get this down because I may look at it in the morning and go, "This is ridiculous." But if I don't get it down, I'll be annoyed. How it is. I wish I had time to do, or possibly do at this hour, would be to not only study the architectural drawings of this world that RazörFist has created in this series, the kind of a fantasy pulp noir. I mean, it's a wild genre exploration. But I'd love to look at the city and get a sense of some of the architecture, stuff that he's drawn, but also hear the references. But I just don't have enough information yet because I don't have the book. I have a decent amount from, well, not decent. I have enough to get my creative, brain going, but I don't have enough to have any kind of real depth of understanding because it's just such a short sample. And there's 175 pages to this book, so I'm gonna need to have a lot better understanding of it before I can claim to do anything of note. Okay, but it's a really cool world. I mean, just the bit of it that was described, the language, the name of things, and the culture, it's very cool. Got me excited. And that's it's always great when you're an artist to see another artist doing something that interests you. Not only, as a commentator, obviously, that stuff interests me that he does, but didn't know what I was in for with this book. I've heard him talk about it a bunch, and I finally was hit the bullet and decided I'm gonna pick this thing up, order myself a hardcover, because I prefer to have hardcovers personally.
love about Pulp the most, and just, you know, getting inspired by different stuff is thinking about all the different ways you can play with those conventions, and, you know, knowing as I know what a fan, you know, RazörFist is of The Shadow and, you know, Tom Lavelle's work, and then my own, you know, love of Pulp. It's fun to sort of play with different aspects of things, and with a very, you know, Tom Lavelle inspired kind of image, and then sort of playing around and building off of it, which is well too, you know, when I fool around with this thing going forward. Let's see. Okay. Just want to clean up these edges a little bit, and I think I'll have something I can remember what I was thinking tomorrow morning. Like I said, this kind of thing is not a finished sketch. It's not a full understanding of anything. It's just just an imaginative conversation with what I got from this tiny little bit of this book I read, and also my love of what RazörFist does and all of that stuff too. But I think it's weird how these things work, but I think once I get these edges down, there's this razor kind of quality, razor's edge sort of quality of this stuff, and that's what tell me what and if it's anything good, I'll know in the morning if there's any kind of basis. I mean, it's a composition I might use for something down the road, God knows what, but at the very least it's was supposed to be a short story. Is what I already have. Yeah, 4:04 in the morning. Definitely time to give the brain a rest. Looking forward to getting more qualities of the character and the visual look and the costuming dealt with, and slow it down a little bit, not having it so bulky. It is right here, but I want to play around with it and see what I can with it. Hey, what's up, Mr. Monkey? Doing well, man. You can't tell. I am completely wiped out. I was about to go to sleep, and then got inspired to do a. I guess you could say, in some ways, it's inspired by it's a RazörFist inspired piece, but also inspired by reading the sample chapter of his book that I just ordered, which is the first book of the Nightvale series. Hey, thanks, Mr. Monkey Boy 19. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's RazörFist's description of the character is very cool, and I'm going to try to get if I do something like this and really take a run at it. The thing I'm going to try to do is character and a little bit more of that stuff, but I do appreciate the kind words because to me it's there's just this cool sort of pulp quality and all these nods to different things that I love. So I wanted to make some visual nods to this thing, to the stuff that RazörFist loves, and yeah, that's what makes it all fun, But I mean, character's a lot more slim when you see how he's rendered in the story. He's not as cape covered and all that kind of stuff because he's a thief, and there's an element of cloaks, but in the PDF, which is worth. If you have not downloaded the Long Moonlight PDF, it is the first 16 or 17 pages. Absolutely worth the look. You'll get a kick out of it. That's this character, what he's about, where he's going. And he's much more of he's got a hood on, but he's not like some big flowing face character. He's kind of got, just like a jacket and that kind of thing. And for me, that will be stuff that I'm going to be playing up when I take another run at it. For example, I swear this is the last one. I'm promising you right now, I'm going to walk away from this. I don't get myself starting to wind down at 4:30 out of once. But I'll show you what. These garbs are not more. Here, let's see a little bit more of it's coming out okay, but you'll see a little bit more of a jacket quality to what he's doing. A little bit more of a taper. So that would be the outside right there. And this one would have a tapered edge right there, and then same thing on the other side. A little bit more. Okay. Let me see here. That gives that. There we go. Yeah, it gives me a little bit better sense of where I'm going to go tomorrow. If I do more with it, or if I look up, I'm not sure what to do with it. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, to me, this is what I had in my head. So I'm fairly satisfied that, when I wake up tomorrow, that I'll at least know what I was thinking, and then I'll be able to go, what the hell were you thinking? Or I'll be able to go, oh, that's kind of interesting. Maybe we'll do something like that. So there you go. That's how this stuff goes. So that's a wrap. So everybody, that is probably one of the weirder streams I think I've done. And actually, that's probably not true. But it was one time playing around with artwork and story inspired by one of the creators that I really enjoy his work. And check out Nightvale. The link is in the description. Also check out Nosfero, the Crystal Author, my comic book, which is running right now. Thank you guys for all of your support. Again, this is a very tired, largely incoherent Shanth Enjeti art. I want to thank all of my channel members. All of you guys are awesome, and I will be saluting you I will be saluting you here at the in this final video. So thank you guys, and go watch Camel Moon and Michael if they're still over there. I just looked at it in another window before, and hopefully you guys will check them out and see what they're up to. Tell them I said hello, and yeah, thank you guys for being here. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of some credits on the way out. Take care and peace. And again, stay gold and hail RazörFist and Pulp. Take care, everybody.
Hard work, dedication, hard work, dedication.